Evening, everyone. How are we? Welcome. It's the start of a brand new week. It's Monday evening, which means happy weekends to all of you who, of course, had a wonderful weekend. I hope you had a fantastic time. We are now back. We're back with that football manager thing we used to play quite a lot. We've got a season to finish. We're going to try and finish the season in Romania. It's season 7. I think it's season 7. I actually think it's season 6, if I'm really being brutally honest with you, to be honest. The shirt is not Penarol Uruguay. The shirt is it's Almirante Brown. I mean, that is an absolute banger of a shirt, isn't it? Really, like, that is, if you're wearing this and that's the first thing you see, then surely tonight's stream is going to be a banger. Because you don't rock up with a shirt like this if you don't mean business. That's what I think. Or we're going to lose in a really, really nice football shirt. So, either or. Welcome in, of course, everyone who is on Twitch, Twitter, TikTok, YouTube, all over the place. Hope you're good. Let's get into it, shall we? Let's see where we're going to go. And yeah, fingers crossed, we can make Europe with Farul Constanta. Let's have it, shall we? Gav is in over on TikTok. Nice to see you, my friend. Gav, how are we? Hope you're well. Edmonds is here. Charlie's here. Shay Davies is in. Vincent Coupier is there as well. Dan FM, of course, is over here on Twitch, as is Mean Wolf Calispira. Jason over on YouTube as well. Teo Sal is there as well. Nice to see you all, my friends. Gav just taking over Forest. Good shout, Gav. Good shout. We are Farul Constanta in Romania. We're in the Romanian First Division. We took over them when they were in the Second Division. Farul Constanta are Georgi Hagi's club, by the way, if anyone's not familiar with their work. So Romania legend Georgi Hagi owns a club with Jica Popescu and Marika Kiprian, and also Rivaldo is one of the directors. So that's where we're at with this one. What a baller indeed, the ballest of ballers. So we're just checking some background bits and bobs there. Right, yeah. So here's what we are. We got 5 matches. 5 matches. Yes, Farrell forever. We are still here. How can I forget you, my friend? There's not many Farrell do you know what? I'm really sorry. There's not many Farrell Constanta fans turn up to the stream. So if you're Farrell forever, of course we're going to remember you. It's a pleasure to have you back in. Hopefully these 5 matches are going to be enough to get us into the European spots. That's what we're hoping for, okay? As you can see, we're currently 5th. 1 single point behind Dinamo Bucharesti. Probably a little bit too much to challenge for the title. Mathematically, it's not out of our hands, of course. We could potentially win 11 points. So what's that, 15 points? Well, I mean, it's going to take a lot. It's going to take a lot, really, to win the league. But let's focus on that 3rd position, because what happens is, if we finish in... hang on, why does it want to say the European place semi-final playoff now? They changed this up. I'm sure there was like 4 places got us into Europe. Are they dicking us about? Is that what they're trying to do? Do you know what I mean? Like, this feels like we're about to be screwed out of something here. So 1 team qualifies for the Champions League, 3 teams qualify for the Europa Conference League, which is fine. That would be us if we finished 2nd, 3rd or 4th. But it depends upon the winner of the Copa Romania. So that could potentially be us, because we're still in the Copa Romania. Sepsi are still there. Stoia are still there. University of Craiova are still there. Rapid Bucharest are still there. So there is still some teams in there that could win the cup. That would be a way into Europe. Maybe we do that. Maybe that's the way in. Who knows? Jason says, great to be with you for another banger of an evening, Gaffer. Yes, my friend. Absolutely. Dan says, fun times either way. I agree, Dan. Tio says there are not that many Farrell fans in general. Ooh, pew, 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 pew. Shots fired all over the shop here. But yeah, you know what? We've got two sets of rivaling Romanian football fans on various platforms, which I quite like, to be honest. It's pretty cool. Welcome in, Harry. Nice to see you, buddy. So this is us. Oh, Luca Biscagno does the big Bobby Coppins. He's got a 10 in training. Oh, my man. Doesn't the 4th place play the winner between the 7th and 8th place to get the spot? What? Hang on. So if I finish... Right, let me get this right, Tio. If I finish 4th, then I play 7th or 8th to get into Europe. Is that what it is? What a stupid league this is. Is that literally how it works? Oh, I'm not having this. Like, if that's what it is, then we're leaving Romania. I'm not, nah. Like, surely, after the whole season, I deserve to be in Europe. I'm not going to get to European spots and then play off against the 7th or 8th place side. Nah, not having it. Not having it. FM Rage, here we go. Literally FM Rage is happening right now. Because, yeah, if that's the situation... I'm calling bullshit on that. It's bad enough they've took 50% of me points. Do you know what I mean? If you win the cup, you're skipping. Yeah, that's the If I win the cup, then it's fine. Like, let's just win the cup, I guess. Better chance to win the league, says Dennis L. I mean, we're 11 points behind. There's 15 points to play for, Dennis L. It's not beyond the realms of possibility that we could do it, but it's going to be tight. Can you qualify for Europe? Yes, we can, we can. We're 1 point behind the team in 3rd and the team in 4th. We now have to play, so Craiova or Stoya will play us or Sepski. Now, that's interesting because if you look at that, Sepski, Stoya, Craiova, interesting, but the other matches, like, do you know what I mean? Where these teams come from? Sunday League, Urania Dej and Soimai Lipova, who are they? Who are they? What are they getting involved in with, matches against Botasani and the league leaders Rapid Bucharest? I mean, I'm not saying this league's fixed or anything, but do you know what I mean? Rapid Bucharest get a tie against some Sunday League side. Manchester City, Romania much, maybe? Don't know. Soimoy Lipova, a 3rd tier side. I mean, that just takes the mick, doesn't it? That takes the mick. But you know what? No. What that means is that when we win, we deserve it. We deserve it. Yeah. We'll overcome all uncertainty, all obstacles that are put in our way. Maybe. That's what I think. That's what I'm hoping for anyway. Plus as well, you've probably seen in our league form, by the way. Let's have a quick look at this. League form. Brilliant. Since January, we've not lost a game. Okay? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 games. Not lost a match, but we have drawn everything once it got to the playoffs. And it's like, oh dear. Oh dear. We've forgotten how to win. But let's see. We will persevere, says Duonel. I love that, Duonel. Yes, we will. Absolutely we will. So yes. Let's get it in. In fact, you know what? Let's get a poll. Let's get a poll going on in the on the Twitch chat. Can I do a poll on TikTok? I don't know. Are we making Europe? If you tell you what, let's put that as a 10-minute poll. Have a bit of time. If you want to come and vote on the poll, then make your way over to Twitch, twitch.tv/Tony Jameson FM. This is us then. Farul Constanta versus Sepski in the quarterfinals of the Romanian Cup. So fingers crossed we get through this. Because as we say, if we win the cup, then of course that means we've got a better chance of getting into Europe than having to faff about with the league. We have conceded a chance. No, we haven't. We haven't conceded a chance. Don't worry. Of course we haven't conceded a chance, Tony. Chill out. It's fine. Seuss picks the ball up. Remember, by the way, during the January transfer window, we lost 3 of our best players. So we've actually had to push on with without our top striker, without our best centre half, without our vice captain. There's Diallo. Oh, Diallo replaced the vice captain. By the way, there is a generation foot player if ever I've seen one. Give the ball to that man. That man is going to do wonders. Signed him from Generation Foot. He was wanted by a couple of other clubs as well. He's got acceleration of 17 for a right fullback. Bang! Pick that one out. He scored against Steaua Bucharest in the last match as well, so he's on a rich vein of goal-scoring form. It's 2 goals in 2 consecutive matches, which for a right fullback is pretty impressive, to be honest. So, Babacar Diallo. Remember the name. We'll probably be selling him in about 6 months' time, you know, because someone will come in from like Stoke City or Fulham, and they'd be like, I've always been a massive Middlesbrough fan, so I should probably go and join them. It's like, all right, fair enough. Generation Foot never disappoints us. Yeah, Jason. No, not at all. Generation Foot are our friends. Them and Mimosas. Damashan! He came in January to replace the striker who left. So he's a bit older, but he knows where the goal is. Well knocked down by I can't even pronounce that one. Turvakonu. Good head down, and then Darmashkan smashes it in. 2-0 up, 25 minutes. Come on, everyone. What's Generation Foot, says KMS Floor. Right, Generation Foot are a club out in the Senegal, I believe. And what they are, they're almost a cheat code, really, because they produce, on average, 1 incredible player per year, really. Especially when you're like not in the top clubs. But we had the one at Larissa. We signed a guy. It's Darmashan. He's through. Oh, look at that. 3-0. We basically we got a lad from Generation Foot when we were at Larissa in Greece at the start of the year, and Wanko he was called, centre half. Didn't know any of his attributes. Sonny, appreciate the follow, my friend, very kind, thank you very much. Couldn't see his attributes, got him in on trial, and he was worth 60 million quid. We ended up selling him to Liverpool, and then he moved to Real Madrid. So whenever we are in need of a player, we had another lad who ended up joining Standard Liège. So whenever we're in need of a player, Generation Foot always tend to come good. Baggy Cloth, Romanian team, very much a Romanian team, Baggy Cloth. Farul Constanta, Georgie Hadji's team. Oh, should have been 4. Cass in on the sub. Cass, thank you very much, my friend. 29 months on and off. On and off is fantastic. Thank you so much. I hope you're well, by the way. I've not seen her for a long time. Hope life's treating you good, Cass. Pleasure to have you in. Baggy Cloth as well with a follow. Thank you for that, Baggy. Very, very kind indeed. Che Davies, can you name a team and a formation? Yes, I can name a team and formation. Luton Town, 4-4-2. Take it you need to load up the Senegal leagues. No, you don't. You don't, KMS. That's the beauty of them. You don't need to have them loaded in. And the same with Mimosas. They're an Ivory Coast side. Or a Côte d'Ivoire, I believe it's now pronounced. They're also pretty good indeed. So the Senegalese team is Mimosas. I'll show you them in a second if you hang fire. Once this match is over, I'll show you both Generation Foot and Mimosas. They've got incredible youth facilities, so like they just end up like churning out top class players. Not all the time, but most of the time you can get somebody decent. And I think Diallo's our man who's come this year from that. Cass, if we don't reach European football, do we move to another club? Potentially. Says Mean Wolf. Maybe. We'll have to have a look. We almost moved to Bursaspor, didn't we? Cass, I'm working late now. Most of the time I'm working while you're streaming, but I am well. Oh, Cass, you know what? The fact that you're well is the main thing. Yeah. So thank you very much for that. It's very, very kind to have you in. And you know what? Long may being well continue. Sounds good, mate. Always good when doing lower league saves. Agreed, absolutely. What's the club name of the really good youth development? So Nat Keogh is in on the follow on TikTok. Thank you, Nat. Very, very kind indeed. So the team I'm about to show you, so if you hang fire for literally about a minute or two, we'll finish this game, then I'll show you them. They are brilliant. They are so, so good. They are almost, as I say, they're almost a cheat code. And what I'll do is I'll kind of prep it up. We can clip it, and that can be my TikTok for this week. Yeah. Belgium amateur sides produce a bunch of good players. If people are looking for players, places to pay attention for cheap signings. There's a lot of P's in that, Cass. I try to do my best there. If people are looking for places to pay attention for cheap signings, pop on the microphones. Parakuru is injured, but that's fine. Toba can go on. Confirm that sub. I should probably rest a couple of players. We're in the 95th minute now. 3-1. That means we're through into the semis. So we're going to play either Craiova, which is managed by Mario Balotelli, or Stoia Bucharest, who beat us in the final last year when we were a second division club. So there's history. We're playing Stoia. Okay, so there is history. There's a bit of needle. We smashed them in the league recently as well. Pakararu's out for 7 weeks. That is not ideal. That is not ideal. Okay, right. Okay, right. Everyone, get their clipping stations ready. Okay. So if you are in need of Wonder Kid signings and you haven't got a lot of money, there's 2 absolute cheat code clubs that I recommend you go and have a look at. Okay, first of all is this one here. This is Generation Foot in the Senegalese league, right? They just generate at least one top class player every single year. I've got attribute masking on most of the time, so I can't really see them, but just take a gamble. Take a gamble. Someone tends to be decent, and you can have a little nosy about and go, right, I mean, look, even at 22, he seems pretty handy right now. Bring him in, beef him up, and yeah, you can sell him on for big money. So Generation Foot are the guys that I recommend. We've got Babacar Diallo from them right here, and already, like, he's 19 years old. We brought him in for 150 grand. He's valued at 2 million already this season, and he's only going to get better. Acceleration 17, bravery 16, pace 15. Like, he's going to be good. So I'll definitely go for Generation Foot. And then if you haven't done them, so once you've obviously gone through that, then the next one you want to have a look at is Mimosas out in the Ivory Coast. And again, they're pretty much the same. So have a little look. Anyone that scored goals, 6 foot, 19 years old, 14 goals in 36 games, might be worth a little look at. He could turn out quite handy. This guy here, Draman Kamara, who's he wanted by? Porto and Besiktas. Okay, he's probably going to turn out decent as well. So worth a look. You might get someone who's half good out of them. Fairly cheap. It's worth it. It's worth a look. As I say, they are borderline cheat code clubs because youth recruitment, 4.5 stars, youth facility, 4.5 stars, and then Generation Foot is pretty much the same, 4 and 4. So if you want cheap players who are absolute worldies, that's my recommendation. And that is how you do a TikTok live on stream. Yeah. Hopefully there's been enough there. All I'm hearing is narrative. Yes, Cass, exactly. Nice work. We'll have a look. Thank you, KMS. Hope you're good, by the way, as well. By the way, it's nice to see you, my friend. Petros Mantalos is the GOAT, says Petros. Petros Mantalos. Who's Mantalos? Petros a team? We don't know. We don't know who they are. But welcome in, GOATs. Only place they can be in the first league, they're not allowed to go up from the second division. 34 clubs in the Netherlands are happy that Ajax aren't champions. That is true, Mean Wolf, yeah. Weren't they like 9 points clear or something at one point? I know they were like bottom and then they moved up and then they shuffled about, but 9 points and then to lose. Oof. It's a bit worrying. Playing Stoya, I was thinking you're playing the other team. Hope you lose. Well, Tio, I hope we win. Let's fall out just briefly on this one. Excuse me. So it was. Did PSV won, didn't they? Amadou Thiam looks like a great player. I mean, look again. If we're talking about Generation Foot, right? Generation Foot to Stoya Bucharest, 155 grand. Telling me he's not good? Are you telling me he's not good? Like, that's what Generation Foot do. They produce players like this. You are the footballer of Petros Mantalos, AK Athens. Hang on a second. Hang on. Right. So hang on. So you are Petros Mantalos, okay, AK Athens footballer, and you've come into the stream, which, by the way, is incredible. If you are who you say you are, I love the fact that you've come on and called yourself the GOAT from the start, which is an incredible level of confidence, which I'm more than happy to be part of. If you are said footballer, tell us a fact that only you would know, that none of us would know. And I don't really know how I'm going to verify this, but right. Okay, here's what I'm going to ask. How many goals have you scored for AEK Athens in your career? Because you know what? He's not the first footballer we've had in the chat, by the way. He's not the first footballer we've had in the chat. We've had a lot. Yeah? Jason's suggesting that they're pulling my leg. Well, do you think, Jason? Do you think? Yeah. We have quite a lot. We've had a few footballers in the chat. Lower league footballers mainly. Like when we managed Banbridge, we had some of the Banbridge players in there. But yeah, I mean, it would have made more sense had this guy been, when we were managing in Greece. That would have been classy if he'd have turned up and be like, "Oh, here I am, I'm Manolos." But I think the silence would suggest maybe he's not. No way is the guy captain of my football club. Not with 57 followers, I would suggest he's not. I would suggest potentially he would have one or two more. But, maybe he's new to TikTok. I don't know. There's no way of really checking. Biscagno is back. Oh, now we're talking. I know of a Manolos player, but Mantalos, never heard of him. Mantalos is definitely a real name. I know that much, but I don't think that's him. Call me suspicious, but yeah, I'm willing to suggest that potentially that might not be him. We've had a ping. Petros Stog is on the follow. They've dropped the follow. Appreciate that, Petros. The GOAT does say that he's the GOAT's here. Let's see if we can continue this form in the league, shall we? We've got to beat Stoya. This is league. No, this is cup, isn't it? Oh, they've moved the league game. Right, okay. Tempest, Stoya wins 3-1. Oh, okay. Potential. They beat us 3-0 in the cup final last year when we were a second division club. It's pronounced Stua. Stuart Bucharest. Ah, okay. Apologies for that. My Romanian's not brilliant, I must admit. Because also we've heard Stour Bucharest. Is that the other option? But again, see, it's quite anglicised, isn't it? As I say, apologies if we get some of the pronunciations wrong. Good one, like a Stour Bucharest. Okay, cool. I'll do that then. Stour. Menage over the top. Closer. Look, you know what? I'll take closer. I'll definitely take closer. Yeah. I think we can all agree. I've given it a good go. I mean, I'm not entirely sure that Farul Constanta I'm saying properly as well, but I'm trying that as well. But yeah, Stour Bucharest. We'll go with that. Zara's in. Tempest in with a follow. Thank you, Tempest. Presuming possibly Tempest. Romanian football fan potentially. Stour Bucharest fan possibly. But here we are then. First half almost coming to a close. F. Ross in with a follow as well. Thank you, F. Ross. Coupe's missed the ball. Stour on the attack. And we've given away a silly penalty. Oh dear. Oh dear. It's a ridiculous penalty to give away. Ray Menage. Straight into the bottom corner. Oh dear. Well, the cup might be on its way. Stour fan, yes. Also play FM since 99-2000. He's from the IDOS era. Yes. Old school. That's what we like. That's what we like. Jason Strawbuck the rest. I'll not be apologising for my pronunciation. Oh, giving the ball away again. Oh dear. My team conceded 2 goals to our rivals in the 99th minute. I might end it. I mean, don't end it, Alexander. That would be terrible. Who's your team? What was the situation? Okay, so we now need to. We're Helsingborg. We're fans of Helsingborg. We were Helsingborgs a few years ago on YouTube. I'm a big fan. Henrik Larsson's club, wasn't it? Is that right? Get your act together. Come on, boys. We can do better than this. Who are we going to bring on to change things up? Let's bring QA off for Luca. Or maybe Magic George could have been the option. Yeah, let's put Magic George on, actually. Want a better performance in the second half. I don't want them to be attacking straight away. Oh dear. How are your youth intakes? Farul have one of the best youth recruitments in Romania. They're pretty good, to be honest, Tempest. We've made some decent players. We've sold them. We sold our best striker, who was a youth academy prospect, came through. Kastosha. He went. Adriano Pace gets the header. Is that going to count? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yeah, and we've got a couple of cracking goalkeepers have come through as well, and then like Magic George, so a young midfielder with determination of 20, goalkeeper determination of 20. So yeah, we've brought some decent players through, which is sort of like Farul are a really good side for a long-term save. Now what we're doing though is a journeyman essentially, so we might move around clubs. I don't know whether or not we're going to stay at Farul. There is a question, if we don't make Europe, do we move? Maybe. Where do we go after that? Don't know. But if you're a subscriber on Twitch, or if you're if you're a subscriber on TikTok, for example, I think we do subscriptions on TikTok now, then you get access to the subscriber section of the Discord, which means you get access to the save file, and you can then play from these points, so you can take the save on and move forward as you go, if you want to see and take the team and have a go yourself. L33 in with the follow on TikTok, thank you very much indeed. Matthias, 2.5 star, silver star regista. Ignore the stars, Matthias. The stars don't make a difference. Yeah, trust your instincts, trust your feelings. Yeah, feel it out. You know, what do you think what do you think the players can do? Yeah, that's what I would think. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make another change at the top. I mean, I've taken off Diallo for Ilya, and I've made a defensive change, which might be a good idea, might be a bad idea, but only because Diallo's tired. It might be the wrong idea, possibly. Best youth system in Serbia is Teleoptic. Partizan Belgrade. Ooh. Adriano Pace loses the ball. Neumann. Vashkanyo tackled. Oof. Thought they reflected some of the players' tactical familiarity at least. If I'm being completely honest with you, I don't really think it makes any difference at all. It's the opinion of the coaches in comparison to the ability of your players in the squad. But I think ultimately it's an opinion. I don't really think it's set in stone. Like, I would look at a player's attributes and think, can they play in that role? And if they can play in that role, I'll put them in that role. I could be wrong, but I've not noticed any sort of like comeback on it at any point. I'm more than happy to be proven wrong and give a load of examples as to where it's never worked, but yeah, I can't see it being a major issue personally. So we're off to extra time against Stour, so we're happier with that now. Cox, I've been playing with Tunari from the Romanian second division, just managed to get in the Champions League phase. Yes, Cox, now we're talking. That's very good. I'm impressed with that. They're down to 10 men. They are down to 10 men. Good spot. Good spot. Injured in 77 minutes. They've used all their subs. Can we exploit it? Neumann's on the free kick. Ooh, good hit. Good hit. Evening, Luffy. How are you, my friend? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Does Europe await? Potentially. We don't know. We don't know. We are 1 point outside the European spots. But we're also thinking about we're thinking about the cup possibly. Have we got something? I mean, they're about to have a free kick, edge of the box. Goalkeeper's in a very bad position. That's not. It's fine. We can survive that. I think we need to make some changes now because, I mean, Egerton can take a penalty, but he's knackered. Sabu, can he 9 for penalty taken? It's a bit worrying, isn't it? You look at the players that you've got on the bench, and you're just like, yeah, these guys can't take penalties. If it goes to penalties, we're done for. We're absolutely done for. Should we go positive for 10 minutes? See if that can hit crosses. FM No Casuals is in. Nice to see you, buddy. How are we? 5 minutes ago. I think we're going to penalties against Stour, unless. Oh, it's not quite Dan Ballard levels. We've intercepted it. Pace knocks it down. We've won it back. Kellick. Magic George. Luca gives the ball away. Toma doesn't close down enough. Oh, I thought we committed too many men forward then. I was like, have we done it? Have we stuffed it? We have stuffed it. I can't believe it. We have. We're knocked out of the cup. They're not down to 10 men at all. They've got 11 men on the pitch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 men on the pitch, not 10. Why did I go? Why did I attack? Evening, Murph. How are you, buddy? Nice to see you. Welcome in. Welcome in. Here I am, listening, taking advice. We pushed on. Right. Oh well. Not a great start then. Well, no, not a great start, Murph. Not the end of the world, right? So we've got basically what that means now is we can really focus on 5 matches now. Okay, that's all we've got. 5 matches. We don't have to worry about being distracted with cup games now. All we need to do is finish 1 point ahead of Dinamo Bucharest and Sepsi. Yeah. This is why I shouldn't listen to. I shouldn't. Backseating. It's not a thing, is it? You know what I mean? I was trying to be polite, Jason. Yeah, I was trying to be polite. Yeah. But look, that's fine. It's been and gone. It's not a problem, right? It's not a problem. We it's happened. We've still got narrative with Stour because of the fact that Dan with the think it's all over it is now clip. Appreciate it, Dan. That is excellent. Excellent. But yeah, okay. 5 games to go. We can still make Europe. I'm sure we can. Have we got music, by the way? I should probably have asked that earlier. I feel as though we probably have. We've probably been mentioned before. Yes to music. Good. Right. Let's give it a go then. Who left in the cup? We don't need the cup. We don't need the cup, Teo. None of our business now. Who's still in there? Let's pretend we care, shall we? So Stour, and that was the semi-finals. So it's Stour versus Rapid in the final. Okay, so the last 2 years we've got to the final and the semi-finals, which is pretty good. Do you know what I mean? A cup just means having to budget for trophy polish anyway. Exactly. And we haven't even got a cabinet, so why bother? No, Teo hasn't got a trophy cabinet. Spurs. Blah, 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 blah. It's football banter, by the way. To be fair, there was a Ballard-esque moment, just not our way. There was, Dan, and I did say it as well. I was like, yeah, it needs to be a Ballard moment, and it was, yeah. I need to learn to just stop talking during matches, don't I? Really, because I'm pretty sure the game can hear me. And goes, oh, interesting, Tony. Yeah, we haven't mentioned a Dan Ballard moment. So if Stour wins, then the 4th place goes to the conference. What about if Rapid win? Because Rapid are going to win the league. Would that move things down? Or would it just literally be if Stour win? The game hears everything. I think it does. think it does, Dan. I think you're right. David Ricks is in with the follow. Appreciate you, David. Very kind. Welcome to TikTok. Let's have a look at the Are We Making Europe poll. Yes, we are. Of course we are. Believe the game's telepathic. I think you're right, Matty. Diallo, big egg. Oh, dreadful, dreadful. Oh no, it's deflected out. It's corner. That's fine. Jallo with the corner. Cleared away. Damashkan picks it up. Recycles it. Malzo's around praying streamers like a vulture ready to pounce. I think he is. I definitely think he is. Sat there laughing away to himself in his ivory tower. What's the upcoming schedule change? Basically, I'm away with work, to be honest, Dan. So I'll get the calendar out and we can talk through it. So well reminded. So tonight we're streaming. No stream yesterday, of course. Mine and Mrs. J's wedding anniversary yesterday, so we didn't stream last night. Friday night, I forget what happened. Oh, Mr. J was out for a walk and got back a bit late. So it's fine. Excuse me. This Wednesday might start about 9:30. Okay, might start about 9:30 because I'm off to my first Pokemon pre-release event. We took the kids on Saturday. Very chaotic. And the card shop organizer was like, do you want to come on your own? Which of course is code word for, would you like to buy more Pokemon cards? And I was like, right, okay, fair enough. Yeah, I'll come on my own. So I'm not taking the kids to Pokemon on Wednesday. I'm going. So I might be done by they reckon I'll be done by about 9 o'clock. So I'll probably be here on stream for about 9:30. So Wednesday should still happen. Thursday will podcast record. Friday is fine as normal. Saturday, nothing, because there's a playoff final at Wembley between Sunderland and Sheffield United. So obviously, I'm not going to be doing that. I'm not going to be doing anything on Saturday. So depending upon the result, on Sunday, we may or may not have a stream. We don't know. So that's a possibility. But on the bank holiday Monday, so where are we going on Wednesday? EH Gaming in Heworth, Tristan. So if you're about, I mean they're pretty rammed up, but it should be good fun. It should be good fun. If you're about, give them a shout. See if you can get in on get in on it for a bit. How are the blades white? Oh, I'll ban you. I will. Kellick with a little ball through the big egg, back post. Damashan taps it home. That's what we need. So bank holiday Monday. This is when everything starts to change a little bit. Okay, bank holiday Monday. I've got to travel to head office because I'm training Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, which means there'll be no stream on the Wednesday, and there'll be no podcast record for me on the Thursday. So we're going to get a guest in to host, which I'm absolutely fine with. I am not a control freak, and I'm not panicking about that. I am a little bit. Spoiler alert, second yellow card is hosting. I am not worried at all because he is an absolute consummate professional and will be perfect. So he's going to do that. The Friday the 30th might well be streaming. We will see. It's possible. I don't think Mrs. J will want to see me if I've been away for a week. The kids might be interested, but I don't think Mrs. J will be that asked. So we might still stream on the Friday. If not, then of course we won't. 31st of May might be an option then. 1st of May, the 1st of June, Sunday. Again, travelling to head office on the Sunday, unfortunately, because I'm there Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Travel back Wednesday night, so no streams Monday, no streams Wednesday. In the first week of June. Then we're potentially back on stream on the 6th of June. This is Football Manager 24 for the person asking on TikTok what it is we're playing. So if anyone is remotely interested, the team we're playing just got relegated yesterday. Really? Interesting. Okay, well, Seski are trying to keep us from making Europe. So if they're relegated in real life, good. And then the 7th and 8th, well, I've got tickets for the UK Games Expo, but I don't think we'll be going because I'm away. But I've got some press passes for that, which will be quite fun. Then we've got Monday the 9th of June, I should be back streaming. Wednesday the 11th, I'll be back streaming. 13th, Friday, I'll be streaming, that'll be fine. But then again, on the 15th of June, which is Sunday, travelling back down to head office because I'll be doing some more training. It'll be travelling on the 14th, which is the Monday. The 16th, sorry, which is the Monday. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I'm away. Thursday, Friday, actually, it's the whole week that week. So no streams that week. So yeah, it's all a bit all over the place, to be honest. This next few weeks, so 3 weeks out of 4, I'm away, and Mrs. J's not overly happy about it, understandably. But yeah, unfortunately, needs must. Apologies for being late, says Rougeau. Was supervising getting a patient in a hospital. Do you know what, Rougeau? That is reasonable. I can't really say much about that, to be honest. Your apologies have been accepted. Thank you. But yeah, hope your patient is well. Kalesia in with a follow on TikTok. Thank you very much indeed. That's very, very kind indeed. Andre, 2 years ago, Sepsi played Conference League playoff qualification against Bodø Glimt from Norway. Nice. And now they've been relegated, and they've just scored against us in the 90th minute. So there you go, Rouge. I was just rolling through the next 3 weeks worth of streams, because like basically it's going to be all over the place. There's a couple of weeks where we're not going to be streaming at all, to be honest. We might do a Friday here or there, but yeah, it's all a bit busy on the work front. So you know how it is. They pay the bills. They say jump. We say how high. And how high is third. Third is how high we are. Yeah, I'm assuming Rougeau works in a hospital. It was not the reason that the person became a patient. Cannot confirm or deny, Jason. Nor would I like to speculate. So we're up to third. 2 points clear. We want a permanent deal struck for Adriano Pace. We would love that, but probably not possible given the fact that he now is worth 10 million quid. So yeah, unlikely that he's going to want to leave Corinthians for us. So we've got 4 games left. Dinamo Bucharest, Rapid Bucharest, Craiova and Steaua. Okay, technically Steaua have got 1 game in hand. We're 8 points behind. We're 11 behind Rapid. I mean, if we beat Rapid, then it's unlikely Rapid are going to lose all of their games, isn't it? Yeah, it's unlikely. So let's see what Steaua and Craiova do. Realistically, we want to win for Steaua in this situation, don't we? Sepsi are a good team, but their players took the club to the 2nd tier. They have a 5th or 6th budget in the league. They played against the poorest team in the league and they lost. Well, that can happen. Man City, of course, losing to Southampton. Steaua have beaten Craiova 4-0, so that helps us. 2 points clear of Dinamo, 2 clear of Sepsi, and 6 clear of Craiova now. So are they out of it? I don't know. Andre, I'm an FC Arges fan. Sunday they won the 2nd division after they were 10 points away from first. Yes, Andre. Congratulations. That's what we're talking about. Love that. Yeah, if you're new around here, by the way, on any of the platforms, it's Twitch, TikTok, YouTube, please do feel free to drop a follow. Do check out the FM Show podcast as well, out every Thursday. This week's podcast, I think I'm going to upset some people. I'm just putting it out here now. I think I got myself a little bit giddy, to be honest. Soreen in with a follow as well on TikTok, on Twitch, by the way. Thank you for that. Man City lost a cup to Crystal Palace and they didn't even have Andy Johnson in the squad. I mean, yeah, Man City losing, that was a good one, wasn't it? Sorin Radoy is the Craiova manager, but it's the other Craiova, not the Balotelli Craiova. Keep up the good work. Farul has the best academy. Yes, Andre. Did you say something you shouldn't have? Usually. If you beat Dinamo, you're more than sure to get you into Europe. That's my thinking as well, Theo. But I know what I'm like with maths, and maths can sometimes let me down. Have you dropped to Lineker? I need more context. What's that, Matty? Have we dropped to Lineker? What does that mean? You're my entertainment until the baby pops out. No, thank you very much. Thank you, Tristan. Maybe drop to Lineker would be a poo, possibly. Let's see what we can do then. Dinamo, 4 games to go. Dinamo, Rapid, Craiova, Stour. Watching Pep throw his toys out the pram was pure gold. Yeah, he's a bit of a fanny Guardiola, isn't he? Like, overall, this season's been a bit rubbish. But it has been funny to see Man City and Arsenal win nothing. I mean, Arsenal don't win anything anyway, so... You know, but seeing them both lose things is quite funny. Had to resign early from the BBC because he posted something anti-Semitic. I mean, I'm not... Hang on. What have I said? What have I said? Have I missed something here? Because I'm not getting accused of that. I need 6 points, including a win against Dinamo, and then we've got 4th place secured. Right, Theo, you can do the maths. I'm trying to unpick whatever I'm being accused of over here on Twitch, because I'll deny this. Come on, Sheffield. Hey, Dan. I don't know, Tony's pissed off Arsenal fans. I mean, look, Arsenal fans get pissed off at everything anyway. Like, do you know what I mean? You can't piss off any Man City fans. There isn't any. You know what I mean? He said something controversial. He'd upset someone. It's dark humour. Oh. Yeah. Oh, God, no. I've not. Yeah, no, I've upset people because I said that FM needs to be a bit more simple and that some people just need to get a grip and grow up. So, yeah, people are probably going to whinge at me because what I've worked out recently is that some people are a little bit, they're just a little bit overprotective of FM and they need to get outside and touch some grass. And it upsets me sadly that these people are like, it's FM or nothing. So yeah, so they'll probably be a bit upset, which is fine. It's all engagement, innit? It's all content. Yeah. Good ball through. Great goal, Damashkan. Yes. Europe's happening. Upsetting football fans doesn't count. No, like, football fans get upset about anything. Like, oh, you sang a song about our team which we didn't like. No. You know what I mean? Ridiculous. Oh, your Tifo was better than ours. I mean, it was. Like, you know, like our Tifo was mint. Harry, who do you support? I'm a Sunderland fan, Harry. How about yourself? Let me quickly check you've got your football club's background on your on your promo. Charlton. Oh, God. Oh, I remember Charlton. I remember Charlton. Bet you're glad we're not playing us. This year, I reckon we beat you. The last 2 times we played you at Wembley, less so. Yeah. But, you know, it's fine. 2-0. yeah, you've got a boo for Rugio. You got your tickets for Sunday. I've got my tickets for Saturday. Yeah. I am going indeed. Yeah. I was the last time I was at Wembley was against Charlton in the infamous 4-4 penalty shootout, which was I still remember that to this day. One of those. It was just like couldn't. You're never gonna shift that memory, are you? To be honest. TKE in with a follow. Appreciate that. Best game ever. You know what? From a neutral perspective, 100%. Massively entertaining game. But yeah, from a personal perspective, less so. But yeah, it was good. It was very good. It's the one they talk about. Rugio even says. By the way, Rugio is one of our mods over on Twitch. He's a Wickham fan, so he says they did deserve to beat them over the course of this season, but still boo. So which I think it's fine. Do you know what I mean? Fizz Bungle's in. What a name. But yeah, are you expecting to win then over the weekend? Who are Charlton playing? Notts County or Wimbledon maybe? Oh, I think there's the wrong league. Is it Charlton Notts County? Can't be Charlton Stockport, surely. Could you get Akin Fenwar out of retirement? I mean, it's a big one. It's a bold claim right there. I love Sunderland because they got one of our players 9 years ago. Romanian. Who did we have as a Romanian? Stoica? A Stoica? He won the treble with Sheffield United. Sheffield Wednesday, says Aaron Harrison. 8 seasons. I mean, that is incredible. That is incredible. We did the FM show podcast, Challenger Sheffield Wednesday. We weren't getting to the Champions League in 8 seasons. Who did we have as a Romanian player at Sunderland? You might have to put me out of my misery, Teo. Who was it? Oh no! Don't. Goalkeeper. Massive, huge lad. Didn't he come from like Man City or something? Gardos, but he got injured a lot. His knees gave up. I mean, that sounds like a Sunderland signing, to be honest. If he was injured all the time, he had no knees. Did we pay lots of money for him as well? Because that definitely sounds like a Sunderland signing. It really does. This win moves us 5 points clear of Dinamo if we can hold on. Bailey Kadamari became prime Haaland. He does, doesn't he? He does. Bailey Kadamari's mint. Pantilimon, that's the guy. That's the one. Yeah, he was like, wasn't he like 6'9" or something? Like unnecessarily tall. Looked a little bit like Stephen Merchant as well, maybe. he was the biggest goalkeeper. Like honestly, like basketball players would be like, he's tall. Oh yeah, let's get that cleared away. Pantilimon came to City from Timazora, played £7 or £8 million. Yeah. Oh yeah, we paid lots of money for players that we didn't play and that weren't very good. It's the way Sunderland used to do business. Oh, his parents are both blind. Oh shit. That's a shame, isn't it? Unusually tall. That's my go-to word for the day. Honestly, Jason, like it's like not unusual tall, unnecessarily tall. Like there's no need for him to be that tall. Like if you're that tall, just stop growing. Just stop. Like, do you know what I mean? What do you need? Like, what do you need that high up? Nothing. All that's going to happen is you're just not going to be able to find clothes that fit. Sabu taps in, first touch of the game. They're going over to see whether it's offside or not. Arms are in the air. It's a goal. That could well be the goal that gives us Europe. Also, by the way, right, VAR in the Championship playoff final, fuck right off. I'm sorry. I'm calling it now. Absolute bullshit. Never had it all season. Never been used in a single match in the Championship at all. But then all of a sudden they go, oh, you know what? Let's just play it. Let's just have it in the final. That'll be a laugh, won't it? Nah, fuck that. That is set up for Luke O'Nien to do something stupid and for it to then be caught on camera. Oh dear. Is it in the others? I don't think so. I don't know, to be honest. But I think it is literally as Tristan says. It's like that thing with, well, you know, you're gonna have to get used to it if you come to the Premier League where we've got the silly video thing. Which, to be fair, no, you know what? The video thing turns up fine. The video thing is what the video thing is, and I've said all the time that it does what it's supposed to do. It spots every little innocuousness, every little indiscretion, but because it's a computer program, so it can't differentiate, like, you know, it can't give you any sort of leeway. It's black and white, and I like that about it, and that's what I like, that it annoys loads of people. And I now know that what's going to happen is it's going to spin round. And it's going to annoy me on Saturday because there's going to be something that I'm going to be sitting there going, but surely you can think about this logically, and I'm going to have to try and re-argue my point. Enjoying black and white. Other colours are available. But, you know, that's where we are. Sit by a back and clip it. Even Chris, how are we, buddy? Welcome. I wish you wouldn't sit on the fence about VAR. Honestly, like Junie, I think the Premier League deserves VAR. It is everything it deserves. Because Premier League fans are unbearable. Unfortunately, I do now feel as though it's gonna backfire horrendously. Elite talents, Christopher. Exactly, elite talents. I mean, we do have an incredible youth setup. Another goalkeeper coming through, who I'm not sure if he's elite or not. 5'11", reasonable. Silvio Popper looks decent enough for a midfielder. He's fine. 5'9", physical. 18 for bravery. 14 for teamwork. 16 for work rate. Technique's good. Flair's good, determination's good. He might be fine. Yeah? He might be okay. 4 vision in his glasses. Yeah, we play short passing. And another goalkeeper. So 3 years, we've had 3 goalkeepers have come through as classed as elite talents. Yeah? So that's pretty good, isn't it? Luffy, I believe, Tony Good Sir, that you've been set yourself to be bitten on the bottom at Wembley. I believe so. I do believe I'm placing some egg around my face. Yeah? Do any get in the starting 11? Not yet. I've got one that could have been in the starting 11, but I've bought a better goalkeeper, if that makes sense. This is the lad, Raul Capitana. He's now 18. He's got determination of 20, so he's come through pretty decent, but he has tailed off a bit. Jared. And then we had Magic George came in as well. Again, was a youngster. He came in with 20 determination, 20 bravery, 17 aggression, 15 teamwork. He's only 18. He gets in the team as well. He can play. He can play. So yeah, we've got some decent players coming through. We'll be able to smack you in the face with a frying pan and call you an omelette. I believe so. So what we've got left now, 3 games. Rapid, who are top of the league, Craiova and Stour to go. What's this? Mihailovsky, can I see the tactic and explain them? Yeah, we're playing a Brazilian box because we've got no wide players. That's the reason why. I didn't particularly want to play an arrow. This is a formation we used at Larissa in Greece, and it works really well. And I don't like just going and dropping tactics from other teams into my new teams. But yeah, we had no wide players, so that's what we got, and it seems to be working fine. Whenever I do Saves Youth Academy, never produces players good enough to go in the starting 11. I mean, we're quite fortunate though, Jared, that this is the best youth academy in Romania. Essentially, George Hadji makes sure that they get everybody in. What's the skin? We've got Ding Dong Champion. The skin is the WTCS skin. And do we have face packs? No, I can't be arsed with that. Don't bother with all that sort of stuff. Some people love it. I personally don't really have any interest in it. And then every stream we start to argue because someone goes, but I can't really connect with my new gen if they look weird. And I just go, they're just pixels. And if you can't connect with pixels, then that says more about you than it does about everyone else. So yeah. Pantelimon is the tallest goalkeeper that's played in Romania for the last 2,000 years. Probably. Has anyone had the message about a talent being pinched before? Yes, where they get poached from another team. Yeah. Do you know what I'd like? I'd like to be able to, and we've mentioned this on the podcast before, have sort of even a news item coming through that there is a kid in the youth system who looks class, because everybody knows about a player in their team that is good at 12 years old or 14 years old or something, and that you're kind of looking out for, but you never seem to know about it until the player's poached. And even then, do you even see that player make an appearance in the other club? I mean, it doesn't necessarily always happen in real life either, but yeah, it's a nice little feature, but like a lot of stuff in Football Manager, a nice feature that doesn't really do anything. Yeah, which I think is part of the episode, which Chris is currently editing. Chris, without giving too much away, are people going to be upset about what I say in this week's episode? I think I'm going to upset a few people. Yes, there you go. Very, very upset. Yeah, there you go. Rage building. I figured it was time for me to be the bad guy. You know, I tend to sit on the fence. I've not made the short for it yet, but some of that will be going in the intro. Yes, Benna Cage, welcome in, buddy. Hope you're well. Life is all very good. Life is very good indeed. Hope you're well as well. Right, this match we think should mathematically see us over the line. We're top of the league. Real life, things are great. Who's the team? Who's the team? Benna Cage. I'm being the bad guy. What do you mean again, Rouge? I don't normally do again, do I? I thought I normally held fort and let Sai do the Sai normally takes the role of bad guy. That's what I thought, but could be wrong. Philadelphia Union, yes, that's right, Benna Cage. Up the Union. They had the best academy because the league offered money to teams to build the youth academies. Oh, really? Didn't tell anybody except Hanji, so he got a few million quid extra. Brilliant. Johnny Howson's in. Excellent. Welcome, Johnny Howson. Appreciate the follow there on TikTok. Who's the bad guy, says the FM Show Pod. Yay! The FM Show Pod over on TikTok, by the way. If you're not following them, please go and check them out. It's a wonderful podcast. The host is dashing. But yes, he is going to upset a lot of people this week, I think. So yeah, we're doing well on TikTok numbers now for the FM Show. So go and drop us a follow if you can do, please. That'd be much appreciated. Let's get the handle. Where can we? How do I do that? I believe it's just the FM Show Pod. There we go. Right. There you go. Follow that. Follow that. That's what we're saying. Right. Okay. How's the save going? The save is going well, Ben Cage. Well, this match will decide how well the save's going. Can we get ourselves into Europe? Love the shirt. Thank you. I'm presuming this is Sai that's on the account. We've got the Almirante Brown shirt on, which is pretty impressive. Look at this. I mean, we're not mucking around with this, are we? Do you know what I mean? You lot all say you want me to go to South America. I'm dressed for the occasion. Johnny Howson's smart shirt. Mrs. J doesn't like it, by the way. Do you know what I mean? Mrs. J says, nah, not having it. So, there you go. We have to have a discussion about that one. Lulu Booster 42222 Gegan with lines all over the tactic. What's happened here? Has TJ developed a winning tactic? Don't say it too loudly, Lulu Booster. Don't say it too loudly. Because we've given the ball away. But basically what it is it's the Larissa tactic that we've now dropped into Romania, and it seems to work quite handily because we've got no wide players. We are now losing, so no, it's not a winning tactic. It is the Almirante Brown shirt, Luke. It's one of their anniversary shirts from a couple of years ago. It's it's a banger. It's an absolute banger. Would I ever buy a Loha CD shirt? Let me have a look, and let me see. Did you check the 18th century Admiral was okay? No, I haven't. I probably should do, shouldn't I? 2-0 down now against Rapid Bucharest. Would I buy a Loja one with a massive prawn on it? Yeah, maybe. We'll see. I don't really know if I would buy a prawn shirt. Maybe. I think I'd buy the B-Dale Hex Sausages one first, though. It is working, just not for our team. Yeah, maybe, Luffy, you could be right. Yeah, a prawn shirt. Literally, it has a picture of a prawn on it. Is it the goalkeeper one here? Let me just... Right. Look at this side. There you go. Did I get the peas one? I didn't get the peas one. There you go. Prawn shirt. I better leave. Turn up and leaking goals. Don't apologise, Lily Booster. It's not your fault. It's my fault. Alfie Charlton in with the follow. Thank you for that, Alfie. Hope you're good. Yeah, you're doing very well on Pro Wrestling Sim, Lulu Booster. If that makes up for it. So we can always remember that. Still damage from Larissa, aren't we all? Doesn't show on TikTok, but I'll find it. Oh, okay. And apologies for posting links on TikTok because I didn't know that. You know, FM console. Oh yeah, he's banned from around these parts. Turns up always those constant slew of negativity whenever he turns up, isn't there? Teo says I had an argument with my wife because I got myself a limited edition champion shirt. Didn't get her one. Well, there you go. See, you need to think about this. You need to offer your partner the same shirt. You put the link and it definitely censored it. Oh, really? Ah, did not know that. That's fair. To be honest, TikTok crushed my live stream the other day because I think I hadn't updated the title, so it thought it was duplicated content. And I was just like, oh no. It's just I haven't got around to changing the title, so it's all different. Hates links and swears. Oh dear. Well, I mean, thanks TikTok. We had a great time, didn't we? We did it. We had fun while it lasted. Hello Twitch. You've always been my favourite. You let me say whatever I want round here. No penalty. Oh. I mean, champions favouritism here, isn't it? I'm mentioning other platforms. Basically, what you're trying to say, Sai, is that TikTok doesn't like me. Which is bizarre because they gave me a link to TikTok Shop. So God knows what I'm going to be doing on that. I'm going to start selling products. Start selling Shilajit and probably some like anti-aging tablets or something. Knock off Pokemon cards maybe. Diallo again. TikTok joined the Discord. They did. What have I done now? I don't know, Mrs. J. I love that. Mrs. J, what have you done now? Like, no. Sai's just telling me how apparently that TikTok doesn't like swears. So I was like, oh, maybe I'll be banned from TikTok. And Chris does say as well, I'm definitely going to upset a lot of people for the podcast as well. So, which is fine. Do you know what I mean? What haven't I done? Asks Luffy. Exactly. What have I not done? Yeah. Doesn't matter in the grand scheme of things, does it? You know? It's fine. Do you know what I mean? They'll all forget about it eventually. Eventually. Just wait. They'll all come crawling back at some point. The Upset People podcast isn't out yet. No. It's going to be out on Thursday, isn't it? But I was warning people already in the chat side, and then Chris has confirmed that yes, it probably will upset people. But now he's saying that it should all be fine, which leads me to believe that it's going to be bad. So if you want to hear what I say, then make sure you're around on Thursday when it goes live, or join the Patreon, which of course we won't mention on TikTok. You'll get to hear my rants on Wednesday, and you get to watch the network game as well. We've pulled level against the champions. Yeah, so you get to watch the network game, which is me, Sai, and Aaron managing in Italy. What could possibly go wrong? In case you're wondering, lots. But not all for me, apparently. Some of it is, of course. Some of it is, obviously. But I do have to tell you, I've not been sacked yet. Yeah? Join now and you'll see how many points Aaron wins the league. Yeah. I mean, you can start to make predictions now as to how many points Aaron wins the league by. But, as I say, I'm not sacked yet. Unbeaten. We'll see. I'm making no predictions. So we are now only 3 points clear of Dinamo. 2 games to go. Craiova and Stauer. I'm going to have a quick little nosy at the job security as well, because I think we're in Europe, but you never know what's going to come around. New England Revolution. Ooh, that could be fun. And by fun, I mean really, really, really horrible. I've got a Portland Timbers shirt, so we could take over the Timbers. Timber! Gamba Osaka. don't know. I don't know. Evening Casuals, how are you, buddy? Dynamo won. They did. They won the league, haven't they? Have they won the league? Oh, no. Dynamo drew with us. And they lost to Rapid. So, Champions League spots look like they're taken by the top two. So, let's see. Gonna have Kesha as a theme song for that. I don't get the reference, Si. Explain this to me like I'm 5. Just scrolling through, have I upset anyone? Probably Casuals. You know me. I'll upset someone somewhere on the line. Didn't Kesha sing Timber? I don't know. Possibly. Can someone in the chat? Is anyone in the chat young? Do they know whether Kesha sang Timber or not? With Pitbull. Oh, well, do you know what? If Pitbull's got involved, then sign me up. Mr. Worldwide, indeed. Do you know what? I reckon we could probably get Pitbull on the podcast. I genuinely think he's probably got that little to do now. I reckon we could get him on the podcast. Imagine that, though. Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of the FM Show. I'm your host, Tony Jameson, joined as always by RDF Tactics, aka Aaron Falloon, the one and only Si Maggio, and none other than Pitbull. Pitbull, the man who only does songs for WWE. You can probably hire him for a stag party. I'm not hiring him for a stag party. I just want to get on the Pitbull. I want to get him on the podcast for... Basically, we need a guest for episode 100. So, if Pitbull's the guy, Pitbull's the guy. There's a World Cup coming up. Pitbull's going to be busy. Yeah, exactly. He looks like he should be a corrupt Eastern European chairman. Who, Pitbull? Is that a bit harsh? Who won the cup? Romanian Cup was won by Rapid Bucharest 4-1, so that should move the European spots down a little bit, possibly. Don't know. There can be one guest for episode 100, Mr. Richards. Quite possibly, actually. That's a good shout. We asked Miles, but he's busy. New Year's Eve fancy dress theme last year was international singers. I did Pitbull, Nina did Shakira. Nice. For those people who don't know, Si does love a bit of fancy dress. And you know, I don't know whether you'd expect or not expect it of him. What club, what league, asks Jacob. So we are in the Romanian First Division. We have Farul Constanta, Georgie Hadji's club. And we think, mathematically, we're about to finish third, which would be enough for Europe. And therefore, a third season at the club, unless there's something else interesting that we can go and find. But I think we're probably all agreed that we'd be here for another year. Is that right? Would we all agree that? Infantino has agreed to do the episode 100. Yeah, but only for like a backhander. Followed by Pitbull, then Kalina. I would take Kalina. That'd be great. That reminds me, I need to pay my window cleaner. Journeyman Club, yes, that's right, Jakob, yeah, Journeyman save. So we had 4 years at HIFK in Finland, where we earned no money at all. Didn't get promoted with them. We missed out on the playoff spot in the playoff final. So let our contract expire. Came here. And yeah, this is us now. So hopefully we can. Well, we won the second division at the first attempt. I mean, first attempt in the top flight. We've hopefully going to finish third, and our expectation was to just not get relegated, really. And this team here, Craiova, are managed by Mario Balotelli. Gary Lineker's looking for work. Gary Lineker on the podcast. Nice adventure so far. Has one where I started in the worst league in Sweden, ended up in the Premier League. Nice. Winning everything with Leeds. That's pretty good. I've still got a lot of anger towards Leeds. Here, Pitbull, which clubs do you manage on Football Manager? You know what? I bet he's got an answer. The Big Egg has scored. You don't get why so many people dislike Lineker, because Lineker talks sense. That's why. Casual, and because also he's left-leaning politics. So all the right-wing football fans don't like him. You know, and might want to avoid Lineker for a bit. Yeah. Look, we're not going to bother with him for a little bit. Right? I'll get Nigella Lawson on. She'll probably talk Football Manager, I'm guessing. Get Denise Van Outen on. Get her to explain. Pitbull would manage Inter Miami because it's trendy celebrity club. Maybe. Wrexham. Pitbull's got a one club save with Wrexham. Simaggio reckons he plays as Real Madrid. Maybe. I also reckon he edits himself into the database. Why Nigella and not Delia? A personal preference, to be honest. Really. Get Delia. Delia probably makes more sense. But when have I been about sense? Hey Vanessa, what happened to Coolio? That's question number one. Diallo, cross in. Should have been another goal. Diallo intercepts again. Delia, Stephen Fry, Elton John. Yeah. I was going to say, have they all been chairman of football clubs? But they haven't. Stephen Fry hasn't, has he? Why are we asking Vanessa Feltz about Coolio? Maybe she knows as well. Maybe she's in on it. You thought Stephen Fry was? Who was Stephen Fry the chairman of? Are you getting mixed up with Barry Fry? Possibly. I mean, it's quite a podcast. Do you know what I mean? Delia Smith, Stephen Fry or Barry Fry, and Sir Elton John. Adriano Pace smashes it in as well. He's an ambassador for Norwich. Oh, the Ferrero Rocher of Norwich. Get Michael Barrymore and a dead cat involved. There's episode 100. Right, Barrymore, what are you doing with that? Dealey's going to be drunk and just shouts, "Let's be having you." I mean, same as me, Dan, to be honest. Imagine that, though. Imagine, like, you know, imagine Sir Elton John on the podcast. If Dinamo doesn't win, you've got third place. Dinamo currently drawing. Michael, put that down. Yeah. It's not all white. Actual sensible suggestion. Really, Si? Mark White. The name rings a bell. Damashkan. Charlie Metvin. Ooh. Charlie Metvin. He would go on the podcast, wouldn't he? He's the Dorking manager. Oh, right, okay. Interesting. Will Still's out of a job now, so maybe he's the one, and he's coming back over here. So possibly get him linked up. Sepsi have missed a penalty against Demo. He's the owner manager. Ah, that is where I know him. Yes. Anyone who wants rid of Dance of the Nights can't be trusted. Yeah, exactly. I'll just like, during the middle of the interview, I'll just be like, I'll just turn into Jersey Shore. It'll be brilliant. What's Sidders up to? We could get Sidders back on again, couldn't we? I've just seen Guti on a YouTube live for a gambling site in Romania. It looks like we're getting Guti on then, doesn't it? Triple H seems to show up at random British shows when events are on. He did. Did you see him on Saturday Breakfast? Oh yeah. He didn't look massively impressed, did he? Right. Yeah, I got to try and plug some wrestling shows. Are those poached eggs? Yeah. Oh, Triple H, you must eat lots of calories. How many egg whites do you have? Let's have him talk about Wonder Kids. Yeah. I think, and I might be wrong here, but I'm pretty sure Shawn Michaels said his favourite team was Blackburn. We get Shawn Michaels on just to see what he makes of that. Oh, it's an own goal. We've scored an own goal. Tibor Antal nods it into his own net. I mean, he didn't need to, but he just thought, I might as well just head it in. Someone asked Shawn Michaels to point at Blackburn on a map. Yeah, it's the WrestleMania sign, isn't it? Oh, what a header that is. Antal goes the other way end and gets an absolute belter header. God. That's decent odds on him scoring an own goal. Yeah, but look at this, though. Tristan, what about that? Makes up for it straight away. And that's definitely secured us European football now. 6 points is not going to get us second. At both ends, that's what she said. European football. Yes. Now the big question is that enough to keep us at the club? We've got a 3-year contract. But that is quite an achievement, isn't it? I mean, that's pretty decent. Qualified for the European places in the playoff final. I mean, that's not officially qualified, is it? Is that right? Not bad. Now 8 games to get to the Conference League. There is that. That is a good point, actually. Yeah, we could leave. We could start the season and then, like, basically, because the next season starts in like 4 days, doesn't it? You've got to play against the winner of the playoff. So does that mean that I've got to play against like the team who are in 8th? Because that feels like bullshit. Do you know what I mean? That does not seem fair. Somehow. No, Romania has no automatic spots, qualifiers only. Okay, I mean that's fair enough. That is fair enough. What jobs are available then? Let's see if there's anything more interesting than this then. Columbus Crew, New York Red Bulls, FC Dallas. Watching on YouTube on TV but joined to ask, the boy with the own goals, did he get a wage rise for scoring too? Probably. I think he deserves a goal bonus for both. I reckon. If he wants to argue it, then I mean, he's right. He has scored 2 goals. So, do you know what I mean? I can't take it away from him. Keg Bono doesn't want to come and join us, sadly. Dub Bossman, I'm doing an FC rapid save at the minute. Nice. How are you finding it? Because to be fair, I'm quite enjoying Romania. It's been fun. My question now is, do we go for another year? The own goal was classy. He took his time before rattling into his own net. Yeah, exactly. Like, he wanted to make sure he's going to get it under the bar. Didn't want to do anything stupid and like nod it over the top. It's an open goal as well, you got to remember. So, yeah. Got to make sure you do it properly. So we can decide the title here as well. So what does it look like? There's 1 point in it. Rapid and Stour. So can we stop? Who do we want to win the title? I mean, I feel like we probably need to stop Stour after they knocked us out of the cup. You know, same team again. Go and get them. Go out and get them. Rapid won the cup. You get the spot for the Conference League, but you start for the first leg, and there are 4. You need to be lucky with the draw to get there. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. And to be fair, that again gives me a reasonable jumping off point for the narrative, for the story. You know, we can be in the qualifiers, and if we don't do anything, then we can look to leave, look to move. Surely, does that seem fair to everyone? What year is it, and why don't I have real Farul players? We're in 2028 or 2029, possibly. So that's probably why. Plus, we joined 4 years into the game, so we've only been here for 2 years. There's a couple of good Romanian players here, but you know, we've got Damashkan and what's the one? Can't pronounce it. Pakaruru. I've got Aston Villa in the 4th round. It's better you move. Conference League draw is brutal. That's the thing, isn't it? We then have to try and work out what the best thing to do is. I feel like this might be one of those ones where we save this team and go like, look, I think I mentioned it before, didn't it? Like, this was my do I have my Crystal Palace moment, essentially, with Farul, and go, this could have been good, but do we move on for the sake of the story? I was a Villa fan. I was a Villa fan, Tristan, yeah, but then they went and hired Steven Gerrard, so I can't agree to that. Plus, there was a couple of like off the field things I didn't really agree with, like the sponsorship deal with the company that was sort of like promoting sort of like underage and misogynistic stuff. And also as well, they said to the fans they weren't going to have a betting sponsor, and then they went and did it straight away. So I was like, oh, for God's sake, load of nonsense. Unfortunately, I've now missed out watching the Champions League with Villa, so you know what I mean. It's fine. It's one of those things. But I think you're allowed to change clubs if you downgrade. Do you know what I mean? So I was watching more Sunderland anyway. You know, even when they were in League One, I was like, yeah, I had a bit more interest there. And I'd look at the players that the team's buying. I'm like, I don't understand. First of all, I don't know who half these players are, and also for the money they're paying for them, I'm like, this is ridiculous. Like, Villa shouldn't be paying £50 million for a player. Like, don't make any sense to me. But from what I understand, they're doing pretty well and they're doing pretty good. So feel like I've got out at the wrong time. They're now in financial bother. You've got to sell someone by June. But that's the same with everyone, isn't it? Like, they've all got to do that. Like, and again, this is why I'm like, this is why I'm not really asked about the Premier League. Like, you know, getting into the Premier League with Sunderland and knowing that someone somewhere along the line they're going to be like, oh yeah, you have to sell a player now. Like, but why? Like, oh, just because you've not made enough money this year, and it's all just nonsense. You know, and all that happens is, goal, Damashkan. And all that happens is just you sell a player to a team for 50 million and then you buy a player from them for 50 million and it all balances out again. It's like, it's just like overinflated prices for youngsters. It's just nonsense. It's nonsense. You can't support two clubs. If Stowe disappear, I would stop watching football. Maybe Real Madrid. I mean, no. You can only downgrade. You can't upgrade at all. Sunderland's fine for me, Theo, because that's where I'm from. So that's my hometown club. So I'm allowed to support them because that's reasonable. You know, I had no ties to Villa, no ties to Birmingham, nothing like that. I picked them when I was young. That was great, but you know, that was a change of family circumstances, which led to that. But yeah, I think going back to your hometown club, you're absolutely allowed to do that. But you can't just pick Real Madrid just because if your team folds. Yeah, that doesn't work. My DM turned centre back. Libero just scored a banger from my Espanyol save. Yes, Fabias. We had that in one of our Argentinian saves. Brilliant goal from the Libero on the volley. You're a PSG fan now, says Si. Reasonable. And Pompey nearly did go under as well, so that makes sense. I have to go for York or Gateshead. Exactly, Tristan. You know what I mean? Like, that would make sense. Yeah, you can't have two teams. You can't. Although again, on the podcast, Aaron claims he's got a team in every nation. What explains why he starts so many saves. Coupe makes it 2. Is PSG a downgrade from Portsmouth? I wouldn't pick it. Maybe watch a game here and there when they play Champions League. As for supporting another club, never. My kids are going to support Stour. Fair. That's the way. That's the way it should be, to be honest. You know, as I say, I've gone back to Sunderland, and it's like, surely you can pick a club from 197 nations. You can, but the thing is, though, like you've got to feel it. Do you know what I mean? You got to feel it. And the problem is, it's like the Sunderland's always been there. You know, am I streaming on YouTube as well? Yes, I am, Mocha. Yeah, YouTube and Twitch. So it's Tony Jameson FM on both of those platforms. Any decent jobs available? Not sure, Tuning. The league has literally just finished. So we're about to find out exactly what happens. Yeah. Rapid Bucharest are the champions. We managed to stop Stour winning. We finished 3rd, which, you know what? That's pretty good, right? Got to be happy with that. Second best goal scorers in the league with 90. 90 goals this season. Seventh best defense, 54. What's about? Anything interesting? Adelaide United, Ankara, Kashiwa Reysol, Sydney, the Columbus Crew potentially, FC Dallas maybe, Asalund in Norway. Minnesota United. Seattle Sounders. Helsingborg. So, do we support our national team? Yeah. Oh no, yeah. Club over country every single time. £4.9 million transfer budget. For any of these upgrades on Farul. So it doesn't necessarily need to be an upgrade per se, Tristan, does it? It's just a case of what can we make as the next part of the story, I guess, really, isn't it? There's quite a few Hammers and Hexham. There's always a few West Ham fans just rock up from somewhere, don't there? Them and Liverpool fans, they're always like, there's always a Liverpool fan everywhere. Just like, oh God, glory hunters all over the place. Yeah, it needs to be interesting. Does it be interesting? So we've lost our casual and our core. We've got fair weather fans. Maybe we need to start going. Maybe we need to leave. Easy Diamonds, tell me if I'm wrong, but it started as a pentagon. So it didn't technically start as a pentagon, Easy, but I understand where you're coming from, because we did do a pentagon when FM25 was delayed. And I was like, well, I'll do a pentagon just to fill the time. But I knew we weren't going to finish it because we were going to be doing Newport with Jameson at the time. So it was kind of like a bit of a false pentagon. This is a Journeyman save. It could turn into a pentagon, possibly. At the minute, I've won no trophies, so very much like a normal pentagon with TJ. So I don't really know where this save goes. But let's have a think, shall we? Top 3 finish. That's exactly what we're looking for. Nothing else to talk about. Thank you. Training camps agreed. Clues have sacked their manager. As long as it's interesting or funny. Yes, I think they're definitely the two most reasonable reasons for changing clubs. Interesting or just funny. Okay, we don't want New York Red Bulls because we're not going to a Red Bull team. Although going to the MLS would be funny. Has Balotelli been sacked? Sacked. Balotelli sacked. Yeah. Check to see what continent you are an automatic spot in Europe and go there. Maybe. Shimizu S Pulse in the J League. Now that would be quite a change of pace, wouldn't it? Wisla Krakow, they're the ones we don't like, is that right? Did we have a fallout with Wisla Krakow? Let me have a look. They're the ones that them and Villa had a bit of a battle against, or was this? This club has close relations with Italian side Lazio. Yeah, move away. Right, okay, so we're not going to Wisla Krakow. See, this is where we have to have a little bit of a think about stuff. Do you know what I mean? Adelaide. I don't know if Adelaide's the right one. Shenemerets Burgash in Bulgaria. Perhaps funny, but not in the right way. That's the club. Vista Krakow is the club that SYC has decided for Build a Nation. Excellent. Well, good luck, second yellow card. You know, some people aren't particularly fussed about all the background stuff, which I totally get. You know, it's a video game at the end of the day. It should be escapism from all the daftness that goes on, but I really struggle to sort of separate myself with those things. So yeah, I can't keep looking at that and be like, oh, Lazio, that's fun. Despite the fact there is like something that was always in the back of my head going, wonder what it would be like managing Lazio, like, because you know when you sort of have those like thoughts that you just can't. Was like the sort of the impulse thought that just enters into your head. Just like, I wonder if I should put my hand on that boiling kettle, that sort of thing. It's the Gaza part. I think it is, yeah. And Alan Boksic and Giuseppe Signori. I remember 90s Lazio when they were just a little bit fascist. Not really, really fascist. I mean, they were really fascist back then as well, but their kit was class. You know, they had Veron. A Journeyman with right-wing football teams. I mean, well, yeah. That could be quite a Journeyman save. Although I'm not going anywhere foreign. I get like that in racing games. Red Bull sponsored. Nope. Yeah, exactly. So yeah. So we've got a bit of money, like just shy of 5 million quid, which is a lot of money in Romania, to be honest. Good luck FM26. You're going to need it with SYC testing your match engine capabilities. Yeah, he's going to be trying to work out how many players you can loan in, and Unity is just going to melt. It's going to be like, we're not set up for this. This is not what's supposed to happen. So yeah, as I say, so streams are going to be a little bit all over the place for the next few weeks. So it is quite good we've ended the season. Let's work out where we go next. Other games we can bring in, of course, we've got Pro Wrestling Simulator we need to bring back at some point as well. That needs to come back. Mariapolis was going to be played tonight, but probably makes sense to get this done. Plus we had the Football Italia and those lovely pink newspapers and an espresso to make fascism seem nicer. Exactly. It did seem nicer with an espresso and a pink newspaper. And a man called James introducing it all. Even a Goofy Gerard, how are you, buddy? Long time no speak, how are we? Hope you're good. Pleasure to see you in. Amadou Thiam is off to Southampton, there we go. We're getting nowhere near him, are we? So that's not going to happen. So there's good players leaving Romania, going off to join Premier League clubs. Well, I say Premier League, I presume they're Premier League. They are Southampton, they might not be. Missed the FM community. Oh, mate, you've not missed a lot. You've not missed a lot, I must admit. You know, it's still there. It's still doing its thing. It's still angry in parts. But I'm sure you'll be back at some point. Who won the cup? It was Rapid won the cup, I believe. Did Rapid win the cup? Yeah, Rapid won. Rapid beat Stour, so that means that we get straight into Europe. Yeah. Playing more chess on stream now. Nice. So we want a little bit of just step back, do something a bit more interesting. You know, something a bit different. So, okay, so there's interesting situations here. AIK could be available. Potentially. That's why you're not playing that playoff for the conference final. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, we don't have to do that now. So we've already managed to skip that through. So we can avoid that and go straight into the conference. Or straight into the conference playoffs. Sorry, the conference qualifiers, I should say. Sorry. So we don't have the old the playoff first. We've still got the 18 qualification games to play before we get there. AIK could be an interesting one. Would that feel like a step up from Farul? Maybe. That's insecure at the minute. Columbus Crew. I mean, MLS could be funny. Philadelphia Union. I wonder whether if we go to MLS, does that ruin it all completely? Because I don't know what's going on. Whereas AIK, that feels like it could be a reasonable step up, couldn't it? Like, does that feel believable? Should we have a conversation with the Columbus Crew just in case? Let's have a chat. See what they say. You know how you're talking about the upcoming stream schedule, that being Discord. They're not considering my application just yet. Fine, they've already given themselves a new manager. Not a problem. Right, so the plan for the minute, Luffy, I will put it in the Discord as well and update it properly. Basically, if I get me phone out again, my diary. Okay, so tonight we will have a stream. This is it. This is the stream that we're doing right now. So this is definitely going to happen for tonight. Okay. Wednesday, I'm at Pokemon pre-release, so I might be back about 9:30, possibly. So maybe like a later one on Wednesday, so we can stream Wednesday. Friday we can stream. So this week there will still be streams. Okay. Diallo, they love Diallo. Damashkin being at B+. Adriano, of course. Adriano Pace, absolutely, they love him. Neumann, they love. Yeah, everyone's worked out really well. They're big fan. Well, you can't be upset at any of the signings because we finished third. Do you know what I mean? They've all done well. Love you're going to a Pokemon event without the kids. Yeah, so basically we're going to the Pokemon event because it was just chaos with them there. So let me call that EOS 8. It's not really 8, is it? It's the end of season 7 when you think about it. Definitely time for a change. A new challenge in Sweden can be very interesting. Currently doing a Journeyman with Van in Armenia. Then Ludogorets. I like Ludogorets. If people want more Tony FM content, there's also a network save episode. Yeah, there is on Patreon. Patreon.com/the FM Show Pod. Where you can support the podcast from as little as £3 a month, and you can see myself and Sai Maggio and Aaron doing a network save in Italy. Because why would we not? So I'm going to the pre-release on Wednesday to have another go there, because that should be good fun. Grubich in on the Prime. Thank you, Grubich. 19 months, my friend. Very, very kind indeed. Wonderful support. Appreciate that. There's a free trial as well. And if you do a free trial, just forget to cancel it and just keep rolling on. It's worth it. Absolutely worth it. There's loads of back catalogue stuff as well to catch up on. So for £3, that's a bargain. That's a bargain. So that's going to be happening next week. Right, so this week is sorted. Yeah. No stream Saturday because playoff final, obviously. Sunday we'll see. Possibly PWS. Bank holiday Monday, no stream because I've got to travel to work. I've got to travel head office. I'm there Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, so no stream Wednesday. Second Yellow Card is going to guest host on the podcast on Thursday night. Stream on Friday night, yes. Sunday the 1st of July, no stream. Driving to no. Sunday the 1st, there might be a stream. Monday the 2nd, no stream because I'm driving. No. Sunday the 1st, no stream because I'm driving to head office. Monday the 2nd, no stream because I'm there. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So no stream Wednesday. Driving back. 6th, there will be a stream on the 6th of June. And on the 8th, we've got tickets for UK Games Expo, but I don't know if we're going to get there or not. We'll see. And then we have some normal streams on the 9th, the 11th, and the 13th. Cowshagger in on 18 months. Thank you very much, my friend. Very kind indeed. Appreciate that support. And then again, we go to. There's going to be no stream on the 16th, so I'll be travelling to head office on the 16th. Nothing on the 17th, 18th, so I won't be there the 18th, 19th, or 20th, as I'm in head office again. So yeah, that's the next few weeks. It's very busy, isn't it? It's very busy. But it's good though. It's good. So yeah, if you, I'll pop all this up in Discord. If you're not in the Discord, come and join us. There is, of course, suggestions that now is time to move, which I think you might be right. You might be right. I wonder whether this AIK job's going to become available though. They've won 2 matches there. We've got a 3-year contract as well, so that's also possibly a slight stumbling block, maybe? So the big egg's probably gonna leave. Rebs cards in. Yeah, we obviously still got that link up with Wolfsburg as well. Diallo Player of the Month. Manager of the Month. This guy. Yeah, I'll take that. Thank you very much. It's very kind. You could apply for Wisla Krakow in Poland, not have your registration rules. You could revive a sleeping giant. We could, Carl, but they are very, very friendly with Lazio, and I find that quite difficult to get on board with. Rightly or wrongly, yeah. You support Corona, okay, excellent. Where's Corona? Where do they play? Forgive me, I'm not familiar with their work. Corona, Greece, possibly. More like Nazio. That's right. That's the one. That's the one. Nazio. Am I right? Am I right? Corona are a Polish club. Got ya. In the Polish top flight. Was their job on the screen? Because if there was, talk to me about it. Oh, that's Concordia. MacArthur in Australia. Gosh, Tepper. I'm about to play them. Oh, right, okay. Friendly match. I see. Yeah, I'm trying to separate real life, Carl, and FM, and I find it very, very difficult. You know, because yeah, there is loads of like sleeping giant clubs, but I've also got to be very careful because some of them are sleeping giants who also have like really outdated views. And I know it's tricky trying to find like a moral football club, but we might find one somewhere eventually. Marco, Farul Constanta, yes. First division of Romania, owned by Georgi Hadji. Even George, how are you, buddy? Nice to see you. Hope you're well. Minnesota United. That job's available. Cluj Ogrit. Ranheim in Norway. in the first division of Norway, I believe. Can we show the squad? I mean, we can, but I mean, like, we are, what, 8 seasons in? So you can have a bit of a nosy about. I mean, that's like, we've literally just finished the season. So there's quite a few bits that you can have a little nosy at. Wasn't a challenge starting a new save with Corona. They've got no budget at all. Yeah, I mean, I'm not in the mood. I'm not looking for a new challenge just yet, but yes, Poland was one of our considerations for Build a Nation. But yeah, I don't know if we're going to be doing Build a Nation at any point soon. Maybe 26, possibly, if there is a 26. So, you know, Stoyan and Stoma. Yeah, and Bishkanyo probably as well. You probably know. So, yeah, you'll probably know him, and you'll probably know Pakaruru as well, who's a real player, I believe. So, yeah, maybe Dragos Albu, possibly. Must be real. He's 29. He's probably a real player. And then I think even Cupe might be real. 24-year-old. Yeah, he's real as well. So, yeah, we've got some decent players in there. Alexander Motta in on the follow on TikTok. Thank you very much for that, pal. Much appreciated. And Marco as well. Thank you, buddy. And Oskwarek as well. Let's check for your man then. What's it called? Fornalashk. This guy, yeah. He's a Maliak. Stal Maliak. So yeah, he left. He played 20 matches. That was it. Then he went to Mayalek, and he's been loaned out to Czech and Turkey, but he's back again now in the Extra. Is that the first division? It's the first division, isn't it? Yeah. So yeah, that's where he's at. Stal Maliak, I'm afraid. Yeah, we just need this AIK job to come up, don't we? And then I know I'm putting all my eggs in this one basket, and I'll be like, oh, let's hope that comes up. We know we're not going to get it, don't we? Just ignore that as well. His Linkwood moves away for €2 million in real life. Oh, interesting. I must admit, I'm not familiar with his work, but we'll keep our eyes out. 2-2, appreciate the follow. Very kind. Thank you. Appreciate that. The Brazil national team job's available. That would be a reasonable step up, wouldn't it? From Farul to Brazil. How did AIK get on? They've won 3 on the bounce. Job still insecure. You would think though, by winning games now, that would be them turning the tide. So that job's probably not going to be. Yeah, I can't imagine that job's going to be insecure for too much longer. Malmo's a good shout. Malmo is good. Malmo is good. Is Malmo available? I didn't see Malmo. No, not yet. Kawasaki Frontale. Yeah, we're just trying to work out what's a reasonable sort of like story move, narrative move, start. I mean, they're literally at the beginning, isn't it? Yeah. They're a Norwegian second division club. Not bad setup, to be honest, mind. Also named after breakfast cereal in the 90s. So, what's the song? It is a song called "Delirious" by Wake Up. It's on Epidemic Music, so it's not one you'll hear in the charts, I don't think. Mikey with the follow. Appreciate that, Mike. Very, very kind indeed. You're more than welcome. You're more than welcome. Recap of the save for Carl McDonald. Yes, absolutely. So we basically started. Appreciate the follow as well, Carl. Very kind. Thank you. So the save is an unemployed journeyman save where we started. Well, as I say there, unemployed. No badges, no qualifications. We got a job at HIFK in Finland. They were an amateur club in Finland. We kept them in the division. The expectation was to keep them up from relegation. We did that. Second division of Finland. We then went professional and got hit with an 18-month transfer ban because they are bankrupt in real life. So that was fun. We then spent 18 months not being able to buy players. We did fine with them, and we managed to get to a point where after 4 seasons we were second, and we then have a promotion playoff against the team who were second bottom or third bottom in the first division. We lost that, unfortunately, and it tied in with our contract expiring. And we weren't getting paid, by the way, for HIFK. We made no money. So Amadou Thiam is going to leave, and I think his value is going to jump up straight away when he gets to Southampton, who are a Premier League team still. So we left. We walked out of HIFK, and then Farul Constanta in Romania picked us up, and they offered us an interview and then a contract pretty quickly. We won the Romanian second division the first time asking, and we've just got promoted in the first division. We've just finished that season now, finished third, which means we qualify for Europe, which is fantastic. But I'm wondering whether or not we stay or whether we think about leaving. And I quite like the look of it. AIK. You know? AIK, massive club in Sweden. They're struggling. Would that work for us? Probably. Is it a step up? Yes. Do they have international football, European football? No, I don't think. No, they didn't know. They finished 10th last year as well. So it would be a good one for me to go to. Do I declare interest in the job? Is that going to upset a lot of people, do you reckon? Because the job's not available yet. Like, I think that would be a reasonable move to go from Romania to Sweden. And to be honest, we could even look at taking some of the players across as well. Like, you know, there's some players in there that we could easily move around. Sounds like a fun save. I want to do a proper no badges journeyman for ages. My laptop can't keep up with the demands of the leagues. Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, we've got quite a few loaded in, where we sort of like move around. We add some in, we take some out. We've just put the MLS in this season as well to sort of like flesh the save out a bit. So there was a couple of jobs in the States came up, and I was like, ooh, Columbus Crew, maybe. But then they'd already hired their manager. Minnesota United doesn't quite grab me as much. As you can see, there's loads of jobs available, like Indonesian second division, that sort of thing. But I think AIK could be the one. But then unfortunately, I think I'm just setting my sights on something that might not come up straight away. Oh, and first season of FM, I've just won the Carabao Cup with Brentford, sit second in the Premier League. Nice work. Nice work. You've got to be happy about that. Yeah, okay, it's definitely a good move, but need to declare interest in the job to see what happens. Oh, do you reckon that that's going to work? I'm not entirely sure if any really works. Why not? Let's have a go. Let's have a go. We can declare interest and see what happens. Right. He's considered to have an outside chance of the job, but his interest is bound to increase the pressure on Thomason. What's our reaction to being linked with the AIK job? Well, look, I'm honoured. Is that going to upset my current employer? Who knows? Is it going to ramp up the pressure on AIK? I bet it doesn't. I bet it makes his job more secure, to be honest. What tactic am I using? At the minute, I'm using a Brazilian box at the minute because we've got no wide players, to be honest. So, I used it when we were in Greece, and it worked really, really nicely. And it was designed for that Greek side. But yeah, we came to Romania, and I was like, ooh, we've got no wide players. Let's try it and see where we go with that. And it's worked pretty well for us. So, Constanta board have released a statement indicating they're hopeful that he stays. Jameson has a compensation clause in his contract that's low enough that AIK could do it. H. Ellis in with a follow. Thank you very much, Ellis. Very kind indeed. Is there any more pressure though on the AIK manager? That's what we want to find out, isn't it? Can I go and sit in on matches? Do you reckon would that be? I mean, there's loads of time now between June and July. They're in the off season, I think, aren't they? Imagine having AI manage the game of proper personalities. Yeah, it would be helpful, wouldn't it? It would be helpful. You know, or if the AI actually tried to beat you rather than have the only thing you had to do was try and beat the AI. We talk about that on the podcast this week, actually. So that's something else to think about. Yeah, more things to discuss about. You know, what could FM do in the future to make it better? Having more explosive press conference comments. Do you reckon that would help? I'm not sure. I'm not necessarily sure about that. You know what? I'm just bypassing these friendlies. I'm not. Let's delegate the friendlies out. What's the aim of the save? Asks Owen. Do you know what? A couple of people have mentioned a World Cup. I quite like a World. Yeah, the idea of a World Cup might be interesting. Maybe that's what we'll do. Maybe we'll go for a World Cup. At the minute, I don't know what the point of the save is, but I think it's just to tell good stories. But a World Cup would be a nice way of rounding it all off, wouldn't it? What is the formation? The formation is a Brazilian box at the minute. This is 4-2-2-2-2 because we've not got any wide players at the minute. There we go. Thomason is doing well enough for the time being and not looking to make a change. Well, we'll see about that. Because you're the one that have got his job insecure, not me. Yeah. JC, appreciate the follow, buddy. Very kind. Thank you for that. Let's just see what happens and have fun, isn't it? Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. Just PJ in on the follow as well. Thank you, buddy. Because that's the thing, like no one knows, no one can really have like a plan, I don't think, in a Journeyman save. Like, I think you can have some idea, but the whole point, if you start unemployed, like, the obvious one is a Champions League win, but then after that, like, if you've won the Champions League, then what? Like, is there some more interesting stuff to do? Is a World Cup slightly more interesting? Maybe. The IK job's gone now. They've sat on it and they went, you know what, let's give them another chance. Okay. That's fine. Helsingborg. I mean, that looks a little bit more tough, doesn't it? They're in the relegation spots. Turkey with a big budget. I mean, Turkey would be interesting, but I mean, we tried Bursaspor. We tried, but didn't quite work for us. I think in hindsight, I was maybe a little bit too arrogant in the press conference. Right, transfer window's open. So, I suppose technically we have to start thinking about making sure that the team's set up in case we are still here. And if not, then we need to... let's not think about it. Yeah, we've just got to make sure that the team is left in a decent perspective. Because, yeah, there's nothing really jumping out at the minute. Yeah, IK was a nice idea. You have to watch the baseball. No worries, Rugio. No worries. A pleasure as always, my friend. We will catch you up soon. When we feel as though the club can be improved. If I say centre midfield, that leaves it quite vague. Europa draw. Let's see what we've got, shall we? So we're in the league path first qualifying round. We've got Trabzonspor. So, yeah. And then we play Samgarali from wherever. Georgia. If we get past Trabzonspor. Applying for jobs is awesome, says George. It can be. It can be. It can be quite frustrating though, George. That's the problem as well. Is especially when you don't really know what you're applying for or who you're applying for, or whether there's even any jobs that you particularly want as well. That's the frustrating bit. Going, you've got to kind of weigh up. Going, is this worth going for? Because if it's not, then what? Do you know what I mean? Like, is the New England Revolution an option? The answer really is no, because it's a stupid idea. And obviously we're now in the transfer window, so the summer, so no one's really going to be, there's not really going to be any jobs coming up during this time. Yeah, so we are going to have to probably see out the summer, have a little look at the start of the season with regards to Europe, you know, play our first European match, see if we get through against Trabzonspor, then have another go. Give it another chance. Give what another chance? This club here, the club we're currently managing. Give them another chance. Yeah. Like, I mean, Bursaspor we tried. Or do you mean give Bursaspor another chance? Yeah, if the job comes available, then we'll probably put in for it, because I've got a soft spot for Bursaspor. But yeah, at the minute, like all these jobs here, nothing is really jumping out at me. I don't think it's any better than what we've currently got. Cluj and Craiova have offered us an interview. Well, that's interesting. Because I know they are bigger clubs in Romania. I mean, Cluj had an absolute stinker of a season. They're in the relegation spots, so they're going to be really looking to try and make things better. And then Craiova is basically, the job is, can you replace Balotelli? Most people, I'd say yes. Great youth recruitment again. Good youth facilities. I don't really think either of those teams are a step up from what we've got, though. Cluj probably are. I don't know. What do you reckon? Do we go for the interview and have a little conversation with them? But I don't really feel like another job in Romania is quite what I'm after. Do you know what I mean? I feel like if we're moving, I feel like we need to go somewhere else. That makes sense, doesn't it? Just got off the game after 4 hours. What season am I in? Season, well, I think 8, 7 or 8, I think. I've got myself confused because Finland's season runs off. So I think we're probably only season 7, but I've classified it as season 8. I'll have a chat with Cluj, and I'll have a chat with Craiova, but I don't necessarily think that either of those are the right options, to be honest. Feels like I've enjoyed working where I'm going to be. Why do you want to leave your current job? Let's say I've taken them as far as I can. You've been embroiled in media controversies. Look, that happened a long time ago. Are you willing to assure us you do a better job maintaining a good dressing room atmosphere? I don't really think it's part of their problem, is it? Evening Ollie, appreciate the follow. Thank you very much, buddy. Is it 2032? No, we're in 2029, I think. You got to remember, it goes all the way back to like 2022 or 2023 when this game starts. Who have I applied for? Cluj have offered me a job. Have offered me an interview, sorry. I don't really think I'm going to be going for it, but so I think we'll just have a little look and see what they're saying, really. But I don't really think I'm interested. Become a best of the rest. Right, let's have a conversation again. Same with Craiova. I'll have a conversation with them, but I'm not really thinking this is going to be the one either. What does Craiova want? Best of the rest and challenging the cups. Same again. Not a problem at all. Not going to say anything about this one. Silence is golden at this moment in time. Chunky Funkster, yes. Long time indeed. How are we, buddy? Hope you're well. Gosh Tepper have offered us an interview. That's interesting. So that is Turkey. It's the second division of Turkey. It's Bursaspor's land. The owner's willing to listen to offers. Oh, I mean, this has an element of crazy attached to it, doesn't it? They've just been relegated. Youth and training's been updated. Yeah, they've just been relegated. Thomas Rees in charge for a year. When are we stream until? Probably about another 10 minutes, I reckon, Funkster. Not too much, I'd imagine. Let's have a little chat then with Göztepe. Let's see what they say. Because, I mean, Turkey could be fun. Do you know what I mean? This could be interesting. Like, head back to Blythe. I can't, Ian. I can't. I've tried it, mate. I've tried it before, but it's going to be difficult. Let's have a look. I think we can learn the language pretty well. I have some reservations regarding the fact you've never managed in this country. I mean, obviously. Ask for a chance. I haven't felt the need to move on. Why do you want to leave your current job? Again, let's feel as though we can do. We've gone as far as you are. Are you willing to assure us you do a better job maintaining a good dressing room atmosphere? I won't have any problems there. I have a good relation with the fans. Let's work with the director of football. Board alert, due to Owen looking to sell. We've altered the 5-year plan until the situation has been resolved. We'll hold off setting long-term plans. I mean, £16 million transfer budget. Ooh. Okay. Oh, that might be something. Let me have a quick little nosy. Our Göztepe, and I know that Aaron works for them. Are they a stand-up club? Their kit's pretty cool, I must admit. In an all-time table of Turkish football teams, Göztepe occupies 13th. They're one of the last examples of an authentic neighbourhood club. The breakaway club from Altay. Rivals. The rivals are Karasayaka. They have a rival with Bukaspor, not Bursa Sports again. Is there anything that's going to stand out here that we don't like? Doesn't look like it. See who their rivals are, shall we? So Karayashka Altay. Oh, they're in the bottom division. They're in the bottom division, right? So we've not actually got any local rivals. Affiliate clubs: Southampton and Valencia. Ooh. Right, okay. Interesting. Interesting. I could get me teeth in my hair done. You're right, Ian. Ooh, that. Do you know what? That's a curveball, that. Because again, there'd be a reason to go there, wouldn't there? Try and get them promoted again. What's the expectation in the season preview? It is to win. So, Is there a pressure to win straight away, do you reckon? At least one under 23 Turkish player in the starting 11. 5 foreign players. Is that going to be a problem? Do we have to try and get players moved out? I mean, Turkey usually creates pretty good new gens. So Romania and Turkey, that's both not too bad, is it? Where's the league situation? So I'm currently in Romania, top division, 33rd. Dropped down to the second division of Turkey, was down to 50th. I think we have a little bit of a think about that one. We do need a bit of a think. Orlando City? I don't think we'd end up at Orlando City, would we? Landscorner as well, probably not. Not one that's a reasonable option. Right, that's what I want to do then. Let's, before the game tries to make us make a decision quickly, let's hang fire for where we are, right? We know we've been offered a couple of jobs. Oh, sorry, we haven't been offered a couple of jobs. We've had a couple of interviews. We haven't been offered a couple of jobs. We've had a couple of interviews, which may potentially become something. Cluj, Göztepe, and Craiova. Don't know. I feel as though maybe we have to start going with a reality check. You know, would we move if someone offers us a job? I don't know. Let's have a think. Right, we'll work this through on the next stream. Right. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to have a little nosy about who is raidable at this moment in time. We'll have a think about it. As I say, Wednesday, we can maybe make a decision on Wednesday, or we'll do Pro Wrestling Sim. Either or, I haven't quite decided yet. So let's find where we go. Yeah, let me know in the Discord what you reckon. What do you think is the right idea? Do we stay at Farul? Do we go to Göztepe? Do we go to Cluj, Craiova? Let me know your thoughts. And with that, I suggest we pop over and see Dylan. So let's go and see Dill 40k. We love this man. You've seen him before. He's a big friend of ours. Go and show him some love. Right. Take care of yourselves, everyone. We'll see you on Wednesday after I've been Pokemoning. And maybe we might move. We don't know. It's possible. Take care of yourselves, everyone. All the best. Speak to you soon. Bye now.